Hey, I'm Eddie, just a regular guy. I'm sharing glimpses of my life, lessons I've learned, and things I love, in pursuit of the good life. Yo, what's up, everybody? Monday, March 31st. Can you believe that? End of the month already. Damn, time is flying. Got a fun show for you today. I, again, had meant to stream during the weekend, and I didn't do that. Shame on me. But I decided to stay present, and I decided to just do my own stuff. And that's been happening a lot lately, and it's honestly probably not the best thing. I did do some work yesterday, Sunday night, and I spent a few hours doing work, and I obviously don't want to do that, but no. When you've got goals or when you're driven and motivated, you got to find the time. And so for me, would have been so much better if I just did some work earlier in the weekend. But what are you going to do? So, all right, it's lunchtime. What do we have here? Damn, there's a lot going on over there. How am I going to get all in? How am I going to get into that? So for lunch, I have some of these non-wraps, and one I'm eating with garlic sauce and arugula. The other I'm eating with the garlic sauce, tuna, and arugula. And I have a couple pieces of celery here. I already ate my kimchi. And then because I love my goodies, I've got some some chips. So I'm trying something a little bit different today. Instead of straight up just live streaming, instead I'm going to just record this and then post it up as a video. I'm going to do a little experiment here. I'm going to maybe try that for a week, see how it goes. I'm just starting off. No one's really checking for me. And so if I'm streaming live, like, maybe I had 5 viewers at one point, which was pretty cool. But until I can build up my audience, if there is an audience, maybe this is the better play. Because I want to do some things with the upload, right? Like I want to upload it to YouTube, add some tags, things like that, things they say you're supposed to do to optimize your uploads, optimize your channel. But I'm sure you don't care about any of that. So let me take a quick bite here because I'm pretty hungry. I guess I'll start with the tuna one. I should not have toasted my bread 2 times. Sorry about that. I'm starving though. It's 1:20 our time, and all I've eaten today is my kimchi. But so for my daily gratitude, this is constantly changing. Hold on. I need to grab something. I'm back, just not on camera. I completely forgot to add my second screen to my laptop. All right, I'm back. And so I wanted to share a couple videos. So first, my daily gratitude. So again, I always come to this point where like, oh my God, what is my gratitude? What is it this time? Again, I really try to come in and just be grateful for everything, right? But everything is not specific. And so I think the biggest thing from this, just the last 2 to 3 days, was really just going on a date with the wifey, right? There's really something about, we've been together for 20, going on 27 years. We've been married for at least 18, maybe 19. It's hard to keep track at this point, but we've been together such a long time. We're always together, as a family, whether we're going to the park, just hanging out for movie night, going out to eat, doing groceries. For the most part, it's at least the three of us, me, my wife, and my youngest, or sometimes our two oldest kids join us as well, right? But, being so focused on our family, sometimes it's easy to lose sight of yourself or your significant other. And so just going on the date night on Friday, so much fun. We went to the concert. It's at a casino. And so it was happening, man. It was so jumping in there. And I really like this spot. It's only, it's less than 20 minutes away. And they've got like legitimate people at their shows. Like they've got a comedy show coming up with Jimmy Yang, Joe Coy, Kevin Hart. They even have a show with John Legend coming up. Even this other band I like, Chicago. So just seeing what they're doing, and it's just literally down the street from our house. Like it's really cool. So I wanted to show some of the clips from the concert. I'm worried I might get hit with a copyright strike, so I don't think I can do that. But if it's muted, I think it's okay. I had already sent some of these from my phone to my laptop here so I can share it, but it's on my other login. I separated one for work, one for personal stuff. I don't want those crisscrossing. So, but I didn't realize I didn't save them here. So, all right. So let me share my screen. I want to just show some of the concert. Show the entire screen. Boom. All right. I'll mute this because I don't want any type of issues. Let's maximize this, baby. See, and so this is when they came out. Good vibe, great seats. So lucky. And I have that on as number 6 today for the topic, but it was funny. We get to the show, and we actually got there a little bit early, but we got to the show, started at 7. The opening acts were Father MC and En Vogue. En Vogue out of Oakland. And we were there way too early. But the funny thing is, we sat at our, at least we thought they were our seats. And then we went back out to the casino to just grab a quick bite. My wife had been drinking, and she wanted to have a good time and make sure she has some food in her stomach. So we end up grabbing some food, and we come back, and there are some people in our seats. And thank God April took the lead there. She tapped them right away and said, excuse me, I think you're in our seats. And then we end up sitting down. We figured it out. And then we come to find out, hold on, those weren't even our seats. We were actually a few rows in the back. There's Casey. Man, I'm not sure how old Casey is, but he's probably in his early 50s. He could still sing, man. He sounded good. So you can see where our seats are. Actually, let me pause it, because the funny thing is, this right here, I don't know, too bad I can't mark him, but there's this taller gentleman in the red. That's where our seats were. That's where we thought they were. Our seats were actually even further back up higher. So I guess apparently the guy in red, he was having some issues with his hip and he couldn't sit in his seats. And so when we were going to move back to our actual assigned seats in the back up here, he was like, "No, man, take my seats. I got 2 seats right up there, smack in the middle right there. It's closer, great seats." And so we originally had said no, but we ended up taking him up on it. And so we had a great time. So that was one of the lucky things that happened to us. Ooh. Hopefully don't get in trouble there. But yeah, just really, it's funny. There was a screen right to my right, but I kept looking at the one on the left for some reason. But being there at the concert, honestly, this is some bucket list type stuff, because I've been listening to these guys for 30 plus years. So ever since, even before I was a teen, I was like a preteen, right? But ever since I was a kid, I would just like listen to these songs, right? Forever My Lady, Stay, Come and Talk to Me, What About Us, Love You for Life, Fiendin', Cry for You. Man, they got so many hits, so much swag. Navante's right there on the far left of the stage. He's like the taller one. He's actually like in shape still. The other guys, they still brought it for sure, but you know, starting to see their age, right? JoJo, he's one of the other lead singers of the group. He kept taking breaks. Had to catch his breath, I guess. But it was great to see the whole team. For any Jodeci fans, to see what they did with Forever My Lady and Diary of a Mad Band, and then Casey and JoJo had broken off. They did their own thing, and then to see them coming back together, right? And Casey and JoJo had a good amount of success. They had All My Life. I can't remember the other ones right now, but had a good amount of success. So seeing them come together now is pretty cool. Yeah, so got a couple more clips. Mute it. I'm going to take a quick bite. And so this is them singing Cry For You. They had the music video up on the background. There's Casey doing his thing. Mr. Dalvin was up there earlier. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there's one dude with a lot more energy. Oh, right there. Look at that. He's leaning in. About to drop it. Right here with the tank top. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Mr. Dalvin. And then probably at one of the most exciting parts of the show, there was this one moment, you know, they're looking for little filler time where they talk to the crowd, catch their breath, wipe their sweat, you know. But at one point, there goes Casey. And Casey is walking through the crowd. And bro, I thought he was about to come up here. I was already in the middle aisle ready to give him 5. That I would have just lost it. Oh, that girl just got carried off. Look how close they come. He's literally 8 steps. He's about to come up right here. And then he's like, let's turn around. Oh, man, I was this close. I was about to give him 5, for real. This girl right there in the black. Let me see if there's one more video. I don't think I shared it here. Hold on. She was feeling it. Where is that video? Oh yeah, here it is. Man, this one girl was just, it's not easy to spot people when you're at a concert because there's a lot going on, and I'm honestly obviously trying to focus on the act, being the moment. But man, this one girl, she was doing her thing. She was really feeling it. There you go. All right, she's standing up. She's putting her arms up. Right there. I love this. On so many levels. One, man, it's a vibe. She's feeling it. Look at that. She's like, I don't even know what she's doing. But she's in a good mood. She's raising my spirits. She's just being her, being free. Can't be mad at that. She was doing that like all night. There was this other girl I saw a few rows in front of me, and it just made me smile. One, them being real, being authentic, and then 2, we're on the same vibe because, man, we're at Jodeci and we're feeling it. So cool. But yeah, so that was Friday night, date night, Jodeci, live at Thunder Valley with En Vogue and Father MC. The other takeaway, remember, as a younger kid, I had a sister that's 5 years older than me, and so I used to hang out with her friends and be into what they were into. And when we got up to the venue, man, we might have been some of the youngest people there, which is okay. It's not a huge deal, but it was really apparent, man, seeing folks like 5-10 years older than us. And then I was like, oh yeah, well, I was probably like 10, 11, 12 when they got big. And these people might have been like 15, 20 years old when they were big. So, you know, I was on the younger side of the spectrum. So, but yeah, other than that, had a pretty, regular weekend. Um, we had a little bit of fun yesterday. Typically we get boba, but instead of boba, we've been eating out a little bit more lately just because we've been really busy, and we found that amazing taqueria. But so yesterday we did something a little bit different. We made some boba. And so I don't have it from the front or from the top, and it's not all. I should have probably captured us making the tapioca dough, but my daughter was making it, and so I didn't get a chance to. But this is probably the best boba we've made so far. I think the boba was a little too dry last time, and so we were adding a little bit of water to just as we were rolling it out and cutting it. I think it came out pretty good. And then yeah, what's up? All right, hold on. Let me play the next video. So this that you're seeing there, that's actually just a strawberry puree. So we had just bought some strawberries on Saturday, and so we made just like a simple strawberry puree. Actually, we didn't. My eldest son did. So again, we're all contributing here. All right, so let's see this one. And then you can see I'm starting to make the drinks here. So we've got a layer of boba. We've got some strawberry puree. Top it off a little bit. All right. So you can just start to see the progression here. All right, now we're adding oat milk. What's really cool is, I guess there's a way, if I added the ice first, it would have more distinct layers. I should have probably, there is ice in there. Okay, I don't know. So we had some leftover whole milk, so I just ended up using whole milk on mine. But yeah, these are the finished drinks, or almost finished. So this drink right here would be a strawberry field. It's almost just like strawberry puree mixed in with milk, and then you have boba. But the one drink that they're really well known for is the strawberry matcha. So here you go. Now we're making the matcha. It's a lot of effort to make this happen. But it also saved us $40. There's the matcha. So good. Yeah, so that's our matcha. Strawberry matcha latte, strawberry fields. Wow. Sorry about that. I just put it on mute for a minute or two because my partner, my spouse, my soulmate, she just shared some good news with me. She just shared that she got into the UGC game, content creator game, probably about almost 2 years now at this point. I think this is starting her second year. And she, again, things just happen for you. Like things that are meant to be. Even if you feel like it's impossible, even if you're not sure. But anyways, so she's been doing UGC for 2 years. About 6 months ago, she joined a community. Maybe 6 to 9 months ago, she joined a community. Okay, I'm sorry, a year ago. She joined a community. It's with another fellow UGC creator. Her name is Tran, and she is absolutely killing it. Like I think Facebook, Meta, I think they flew her out and paid her a good amount to go and speak at like a conference they had set up. And so she is like an authority in the space. Anyways, April's part of the community, and she has an opportunity to potentially be a coach, a mentor. So this is a great opportunity. One that I don't think April really saw herself doing. Like, why would I be a coach? Because we've talked about it, and there's so many opportunities if you can just help with growth, optimization, marketing, things like that. Like, hey, grow your YouTube channel, grow your Instagram following. And so there's such a big niche for those, for people focused on those things. And just like that, it just falls in our lap. Right. So I don't know. We'll wait and see. I mean, we're looking for ways to scale up and make more money and really live the lives we want. And so, oh, hold on. I'm getting a call. Hello? This is Eddie. Whoa, all these things are coming up. That was actually our new tax person. I had texted them. I'm like, yo, what's going on with our taxes? Because we met with them in mid to end of February, and it's already almost April 1st, and our taxes are not done yet. But they will be. And so it sounds like they need a few more documents. But I wonder why it doesn't just go when I put stop present. Anyways, yeah, so we'll have to get over that information. I cannot wait to be done with our taxes this year. With the shift from W-2 to some unemployment to 1099, and also being a homeowner. I hope we've paid enough interest and can write off enough to get a return. But we'll see if we have some money also saved up to pay if we need to. And then, again, hopefully we get a return. And then, yeah, because if we get a return, or if we don't have to pay as much as we're supposed to, it's going to be very good for us. So then that way we can continue to pay off our debts and then continue to stack, save more, and then also save for our backyard. So we're just going. And in the moment, it feels like it's taking forever. But time is moving so fast, right? So that's why instead of stressing, I'm just going with the flow. I'm trying to live today, live for right now, and not be caught up in like, oh my God, it's 14 days until tax day. Got to get it in. But anyways, all right, cool. I'm sorry about all the interruptions. If you're here and you're having a good time, this is good vibes only, really open space. Again, I used to stream daily live, and I was getting 2 viewers, 3 viewers, just myself. At one point, I had 5 viewers, which was cool. But again, I may go back to that depending on what happens. But again, just another reminder for all of you guys, if you're looking for a safe space, if you're all about good vibes and you're just looking to hang out, make sure you like this video and of course, subscribe to the channel. All right, cool. But yeah, so other than that, yesterday we watched White Lotus. I think there's only one more episode until this season finale, which is pretty crazy, but we've liked watching White Lotus seasons 1 and 2. Fire series, man. It's such a good episode with the character development, the music. I think the first one was in, I think it was Hawaii. The second one was in Italy, and now the third one's in Thailand. So they're really going all across the world and just really highlighting, making some social commentary about haves and have-nots. It's like the super, super rich, like born into it versus like scrappy, did it yourself on your own, self-made. But yeah, anyways, it's been a pretty good season so far. Still different though than the first 2 seasons. But at this point, time is limited, and it's also very difficult for us to find things to watch. So it's really great to have a show like White Lotus that's mentally engaging, that's interesting, whodunit, and so really pulls us in. But if you like White Lotus, what are your thoughts so far from this season? It's definitely different than the other ones. And not to spoil it, but in the first 2 seasons, like someone died right away, and so it becomes this series of whodunit, how the story unfolds, learning about the characters, motivations. Like everyone's motivated to do something. This one is a little bit different because it's not as clear. But they do obviously focus on some interesting themes, right? Because they have focused on, haves, have-nots. This one, they're really focusing on like these rich men. And these old rich men are with all these younger, model chicks. And it's funny because in the show, they're like, hey, we can help you, like get you out of this situation or what. And then the girl's like, oh my God, I love him. Da, 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 da. So there's always 2 sides to the story. right? They're younger, yeah, probably by like 20, 30, 40 years, but that's where they want to be because they want that type of life. They want that kind of security that only a rich guy can give them. You know, and we're talking like they're going on yachts, they're going off to a private island. Like this is really next level, right? We're talking about like millions. In one episode from the season, one of the main characters, he was having some drama at work, and he told this person, the other person on the phone, like, man, that was only for 10 million. What the hell? Da 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 da. I wouldn't have done that for just 10 million. And wow, the way they talk about 10 million is like $1,000, $10,000. So again, it's the scale where those guys are just on a whole nother level than like regular folks, right? All right, so that's it for White Lotus. What's next up? Lucky Days. And maybe to really just close this out, part of me wishes this was live, but I'm gonna try this out, see if I get better traction. But just, man, so much to be grateful for. I feel so incredibly lucky. We bought a house a year ago, and now we're here. We've been living in this new area almost 9 months. It's almost like home. It's not quite the Bay, but we've got something that's ours, and this community is growing. And so we're just so happy to finally be here. But to be really specific, I jotted down some of the things that just happened in the last few days. Starting off with the concert on Friday, right? So again, that was my gratitude for today. Just having some personal time, some alone time with the wifey. We've been together so long. She's literally been with me for every single moment of my life. But just to go and sing Jodeci songs with her by my side, like that's some bucket list stuff. So I'm so happy we did that. And then after, you know us, we're ready to go home to the kids, but we're like, hey, we're here at the casino. Like, let's hit up a slot. And so we're just walking around, finding the right ones. My wife likes the Wheel of Fortune ones because you can get a spin, and if it spins, you win that prize. But we're just sitting there, and there's a group of older women there. They were just finishing up, and one was really nice to me, and we started making a little bit of small talk, very short. I mean, it was like still only 20 to 30 seconds. She was caught up taking pictures with her friends and stuff, but all of a sudden she walks over to my wife, who was sitting at the next slot on the end, and she just gave her $100, just like that. So we were just in the right place at the right time. And so at that point, we were like, hey, maybe, we should just throw it in a machine, see what happens. I'm very superstitious like that. And so if somebody gives us $100, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be like lucky money. And so we put it in the machine. But damn, you really need some deep pockets to gamble. Like, that's why I've never gambled, because I can't afford to lose it. Anyways, we're gambling. Literally in like 30 seconds, that 100 is pretty much gone. And April's like, what do I do? What do I do? And so I said, hey, well, why don't you just cash that out and let's just use it for boba. In fact, we probably just should have used that whole 100 for boba, because that's 3 boba visits. But we still walked away with, the $17. But more importantly, it was just such a great night. Like, I'm not going to get weighed down or brought down because, oh no, we spent too much money or whatever it is. Also, got a tour shirt. I should have brought it with me here. I could show you on the stream. They had 2 kinds. They had one with their pictures on it, like a picture of the group. And then they had one that said JoJo, Casey, Devontae, and Dalvin or whatever in that text, where it's like all on the front. Anyways, I wanted to get the picture shirt especially since that's pretty much what's in, that's what's trending right now. But then when I asked my wife, she was like, "Oh, I like the one with the text, because if you're a real one, you'll know." And then I'm like, "Oh yeah, I see that." So I ended up getting the text one that says all of their names. Again, I think that's cool. But I was a little bit bummed out because at the end of the show, all the picture shirts sold out. So, but it's okay. I'm gonna do me. But I liked that shirt because it looked like it was more on trend. But again, the other one was about being a real one, right? So I should have just bought both. Shoot. What else? Yeah, and then just the distance, that it was such a clean venue. Like I mentioned, they're getting Kevin Hart, they're getting Jimmy Yang, they're getting Joe Coy, Chicago, John Legend, Incubus, Lady Antebellum was here. So again, a lot of these artists aren't what they were. Man, John Legend. I think we've seen him once, maybe twice. I think we saw him once, but it was more in his prime. It was a good show out in Berkeley. Funny thing, my wife went up on stage and actually hugged John Legend, which is crazy. I wish we had video footage of this, but this was like pre-iPhones. This was probably more like a 05 to 08. So, but yeah, she just literally walked up on stage, tapped him and gave him a hug, and he was like, "Wait, what the heck? Who is this?" But yeah, that was very memorable. And then also, I mentioned that we're coming up on a year of owning this house. We closed in May, and so we have like a 1-year home warranty, and so we hired an inspector. This is something I wanted to do when we first bought the house, but people are like, "Hey, it's brand new. Why are you gonna get an inspection? You don't need to. It's brand new." Da 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 da. And then, but with a 1-year warranty coming up soon, like it'd be stupid not to get an inspection and try to find something. So for me, it's more about finding something big. I don't really care about the little things. Those little things is just like whatever. But if there's an issue with the insulation, there's an issue with the roof, foundation, the plumbing, electrical, those are the things that are going to cost you. And for the most part, everything was clean. There was, I think, 2 or 3 bigger things. There was some issue with one of the wiring. There's a couple cracks that he said he found. And then I think an issue with the gutter. And then 2 broken tiles on our roof. So other than that, again, those are all still sort of on the minor side. But yeah, definitely we'll want to get them to fix our gutter, fix the roof, and then also fix up the wiring. But other than those, I think we should be good. So, but yeah, it's Monday. Doesn't look like I'm going to hit my sales quota. Well, not the quota, but the goal. I just missed it by like 20K, and it sucks because I have a number of deals that are really close to the end, and in fact, one is going to move forward. I just don't know if there's enough time. And I was asking my manager if I should pull a play. If I should pull a play saying like, "Hey, so-and-so, it would really help me out if we move forward today." But when I was sharing that with my manager, he was like, that's not even a play. But, I guess it depends how bad you want it. And yeah, I want it pretty bad, but at the same time, I don't want to feel like I'm at a lower position. And I don't want to come off too salesy. I think that really is focused more on like me, like it'll help me out. I need to find a way to position it to help her out too. Right. Anyways, but it's all good. We're going to run it back again next month. I got a lot of stuff sort of just bubbling. Plus I've been really slow this past week. Probably had 5 calls all last week, but that's about to dial up a little bit. So I should start getting more calls on the books. And, I think I've also, at the end of the day, for me, it's like, hey, I want them to see value, right? Like, I don't want to be caught with my pants down, right? Unprepared. But I want them to see enough value in me where it's like, it's a no-brainer. Like, they got to keep me on the team. So I'm just going to put it out, do my best, leave it up to the universe. And then again, still try to do what I can, right? Listen to more calls. Think about closing. Think about my presentation. Deeper questions. You never get to a point. It's like Steph. It's like Kobe, Jordan. Did they get to a point where they didn't have to shoot any more shots, or did they keep practicing, keep going harder? That's where I'm at. I got to keep going harder. So, anyways, Monday, March 31st, EddTalks number 18 in the books. So thank you so much for hanging out. If you find this stream, this video, and if something resonates, leave a comment. Let me know. That way I can know that there's someone out there listening. And of course, just a reminder to like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting every day. I might be streaming every day. You're going to want to click those. You're going to want to subscribe and click to those notifications if you want to know what's going on and where I'm at. All right? Cool. Well, take care. Have yourself a lovely day, and we'll see you tomorrow.